Good morning, guys. This is Vicious Inc. Vicious Inc. Gaming. X Mr. Vicious X. I'm on YouTube here, making a video about Division. Check it out. Excuse the background noise. I got a couple birds that live inside or underneath my window, and I like nature, so I have not kicked it out. So today, I just wanted to talk to you guys about something I've been thinking about, something I've been working on, and I think that this will be beneficial to the community. Hopefully. So with that being said, I have been working on a way to give you my take and just share something to think about, as it's something that haunts me every time that I go to make a build. I'm going to hopefully introduce a new way to have people think about how to play the Division 2. And that's what I have created, my own version of what's called the SWAT analysis. Some people might ask, like, what's a SWAT analysis? Never heard of that. What's that? Typically, a SWOT analysis means strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. For Division, for me, SWOT is something completely different. So, let's get started with it. The S is for skills. Now, this is my personal favorite, running the skills. But skills in Division 2 that can be a little bit, I guess, quote unquote, overpowered. But you have to realize that everything has a cap and a limit. For example, no matter how much skill damage I want, the skill tier that is technically overcharged is the highest I can get my skill damage. No matter what. Whatever this is represented by, it could be turrets, seekers, shock trap, whatever. This is always going to be capped at the strongest level of overcharged. And the thing about overcharged is not everyone can even achieve overcharged, as playstyles tend to change per person. With this, how can a skill be overpowered when there is a power limit built into the game that not even everyone can reach? You can't have something overpowered if I can't even get to the level that allows me to reach the next level of overpowered. And does it make sense? And that tier that is considered overpowered isn't overpowered, it's just a reward for getting to that point. There's a big difference between overpowered skills or weapons and underpowered or underperforming armor and skills. If you ever watch my videos on my main character, not the shield build, I run skills, I run the Oxidizer. Been doing so since the game launched. I love it. The Oxidizer helps me get out of cover, and it's very good crowd control. If you have NPCs running around not being able to get in position to shoot you, all while taking damage, there go the birds, all while taking damage, and you, the player, not being exposed, that's a win for me. I'm shooting my Oxidizer, it's purple gas, everywhere. NPCs, they can't hide, they're not going to stand there, and sometimes they don't care, and they stand there in the purple stuff, and that's fine. I'm not up, you're just dying. So that is perfectly fine for me. So I'm the player, the NPC taking damage, I'm behind cover, not exposed. Again, that's a win for me. If you know how the Oxidizer kills and how it works, it destroys armor. The Oxidizer gives two shits about your cover. Why hide in cover? When your armor is destroyed instantly, is that overpowered skills or bad armor, positioning, and planning? You can only roll 60% skill damage as max on each piece. It's 10% per piece. That's it. Then you have to find the correct pieces to build anyway. Once you've done that, you have the know-how and the skills to play this style. So, Seekers and Hives, they do massive damage, but they have cooldowns. Meaning, unlike a gun, you can't just reload and go. You have to wait 20 to 30 seconds or even a minute and 50 seconds for skills to cool down. And during this time, I'm running around, I'm in cover. Basically, I'm in survival mode because all my offense is cooling down. I have armor kits and weak DPS weapons to load. what could make the weapon stronger based off of skills like companion or a talent like that, but that's taken away from the feedback loop and the hardwired tech gear set bonuses. You know what I mean? Now, there are talents that get around those cooldowns and the gear sets and things like that. I know that, but that's not the case for most people. Most people run the skills, the hardwired tech, and if they're running that hardwired tech, they're not using it to the fullest extent. Some people are using trauma on the chest piece, which takes away the positive reinforcement from the 10 to 25% skill damage and skill repair that you normally get. People wear the Acosta's Go bag, which takes away from the hardwired tech feedback loop. That refreshes the skills when you destroy them. It takes it down to 10 seconds from 20 seconds. But if you're running the Acosta's Go bag and a vest with trauma, you've already eliminated those two hardwired tech talents. Those are the slots. Those two slots are where the talents or the skills are. The backpack and the vest. Those two spots is where you will run skill on the vest and probably perfect spark on the backpack to give you that extra DPS that's being taken up by the hardwired tech pieces. With that go bag or that vest, you lose those talents in the hardwired tech. But as long as you have the 4 pieces, you'll still have the feedback loop. It'll just be 20 seconds. And that's pretty fast, and you can spam skills and stuff, which is true, depending on the setup you have, the skills you have. With that one particular setup, theoretically, one can have skills going out as fast as a person who can reload and shoot. And that's called balance. But again, no one's style is better than the other. I got some footage, I have some footage playing in the back. Working on a hybrid build. My second character, she's a shield build, but this one is going to be a lot different from the ones that you've seen already online. Check out the gameplay in the back. It's only on a hard difficulty, but I mean, she can go to challenging. I'm working on getting her to heroic like my main character, but I'm really just testing out. I was doing some experimenting with a hard difficulty, challenging and heroic difficulty to see how the loot drops were, and they're about the same. It's about the same. I'm not going to sit up here and deny and say that heroic stuff doesn't give you higher rolled regular pieces, because it does. It most definitely does. But the stress that comes with heroic is something else. So check out the gameplay in the back. Follow, subscribe for more and better content similar to this. I'm working on my subs, so if you're here, please sub and share. This community is so strong and opinionated. This is home for me. Again, thanks for listening. Vicious Inc. out.
I'm so fly, I got money, that's a good enough reason to buy the things I buy. Yeah.
Taking down the outcast stronghold and neutralizing their leader, Emmeline Shaw, will do serious damage to the faction. Also, Henry has intel that a mechanical engineer from the campus settlement was brought here recently. So be on the lookout for captives.
Real high.
Got a few hostiles ahead.
It's a whole different demographic. That's like I said, that's network beyond right there. Look it up. I need to roll it.
More bad guys just past the fuselage of the cargo plane. No indication they heard the shooting.
Anything? Not a goddamn thing. Why are we patrolling this far out? Because Emmeline told us to. Take it up with her if you got a complaint.
Vicious Inc. X Mr. Vicious X. Vicious Inc. Gaming. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Mixer, Xbox. You gaming, baby. Happy yellow chick.
Keep your eyes open. It might be nothing, but it might be something. Is that supposed to be helpful, Earl? 'Cause it isn't.
XNXX,
Shut your damn mouth before I shut it
Slapbox.
for you. Both of you shut up.
He said everything.
I'm gonna take you.
How do we hurt this bastard?
You ain't hurt me. You don't hurt this bastard. Damn, homie. Said y'all can't multitask. You gotta grab that bitch quick. That's what she doing.
Taking way too much fire.
This has a protection. Oh, I'm gonna move the mission on.
Prove that their sacrifice was not in vain.
Hurry! Let's move!
There's no direct way into the main compound from where you are. If you can get up on the wing, you can detour around to the west along the quarantine barricade.
Just running through Roosevelt on hard difficulty. Testing out this new shoe build, man. This explosive resistance, hazard resistance, burn resistance. It's pretty nice so far. Pretty nice, pretty tanky. Tankalicious.
You're coming up on a burn pit. At least half a dozen hostiles, but it doesn't look like they're expecting you.
She miles up this. She said Craig sucks. That's what the puzzle is.
Shoot them!
He said I'm out. They like running up on me when I got this shield.
Put the system down! There goes my armor.
Do that. How much is the 40? I'm at least worth 55.
It's hard to focus with a gun pointed at your head. I'm working as fast as I can. Help me, please! These guys are insane. You have to get me out of here.
Oh. Sensitive ass cans.
Those outside have sacrificed themselves for you. Prove that their sacrifice was not in vain.
trust my shield.
I hope you burn this whole place to the ground.
She gave you a womp womp
I'll be
womp.
happy to put some miles between me and this place.
Remember those who fell!
Hey, Agent. Thanks. I don't know if I can put into words how the mood that you've been up. If I don't see you again, good luck.
This will be tough!
You're coming up on the central area, and it looks like they've sealed the gate.
Then you're gonna have to find a way to unseal it.
Those outside prove that their sacrifice was not in vain.
He said tangerine jam. The stuff you put on the bread. Sound like you hungry.
That fucker's on us! Let them get there! Outcast! Emily needs you! Fight them off! I'll make Get out!
Be careful. They're bound to be expecting you.
What?
What the hell was that?
A group of hostiles is moving toward a boat on the east shore. They're escorting someone who appears to be unarmed.
If Emmeline gets away, finding her isn't gonna be easy. You've got to stop that boat. Find a way to the shore and make sure that boat doesn't get away. What's going on with that boat?
Can I
Hasn't
buy
launched
an
yet. Looks like they're in the process of
exponent?
fueling it. There are big tanks on either side of the boat.
Those tanks are a primary target. What about Emmeline?
Already aboard the boat, assuming that was her.
Damn. And she talking shit. She came in, took the game from Craig, whooped ass. Some water and all of them. Proper name. Nope. They were playing Monopoly. I'm playing Division. Yes. So you are wrong. I played Wheel of Fortune with them. Yeah, she just said, I just like whooping your ass. And just making sure you know what happened to you, you know? I want you to not come back. Okay? It's like OG Melly Mel.
Prove that their sacrifice was not.
You mean this one? Ladies. They call me Gal Penis. Good gal penis. This dude hit me and I get armor. He ain't want them hands. They called me a Karen. My baby. You. There goes my baby. That's my high note for you. She already whooped your ass and said she gonna do it again. She part of the family. She like, I'll be ass again. I ain't working. She did that shit smooth. Bumped Craig off the neck, off the game, whooped y'all ass. Now she got Craig fixing some food. Fix me a sandwich while you back there. Give me all the wrong answers. You making a tangerine jam sandwich. Getting that shit good. Toasted. Oh, shit, man. Look at that. Look at that.
Without their leader and their stronghold, the outcasts are going to be much less of a problem than before. You know, what happened to them was horrific. But what they did was even worse. I just hope they're finally at peace.
What's up? What's happening? Are you ready, dude? Survivability.